Okay, so in this video we're going to be covering how to get into a more extended aggressive hip extension. And this is going to open your body out really quickly and get your body used to being strong in an extended position, which is difficult for most people because we spend a lot of our time in those kind of positions. So this is an extension on a kind of classical yoga stretch or pose. And I'm going to get into it. So first and foremost, you want to be in this position. And if you're feeling a little bit sore with this, because you're going to be using weight, you might want to pad your knee for this. It'll just make it way more comfortable just for the kneeling aspect of this. You're also going to need a dumbbell. I'm using a 5 kg here, but anything kind of 3 kg upwards will give you some sort of leverage. If you're super tight, you might even be able to do this with just body weight. But okay, let's get into it. So first and foremost, you're going to get into this position. You want legs straight, 90-degree bend in the front one, and then you're going to tense the glute and tuck the pelvis as you normally would. Once you're in that position, that's when your dumbbell is going to come in. So I'm going to pick the dumbbell up, get into my position, and then you're going to reach overhead with the dumbbell. What this is going to do is it's going to stretch from the top end in addition to the stretch we've already got going from the bottom end. So once I'm here, I can do two things. I can do smooth overhead presses, which is going to take the psoas and the upper hip flexors through a deep or an extended range of motion rather, but through their most extended range. So I'm just going to go very smooth, right to the top. And then once I'm at the top, I'm like actively reaching with that dumbbell. I'm trying to like touch the ceiling almost. The other option you've got here is to keep the dumbbell overhead. So that would look like I'm here, and then adjust your lunge to kind of slightly deepen. So I'm in that position, I'm going to oscillate between an already kind of stretched, extended position and just go a little bit deeper. Keeping the core tight, trying not to arch at the back to compensate for this, and trying to open at the hip. So I'm coming in and out like that. And because there's a lot of leverage on that back leg, that's going to get that back leg, the hip flexor in that back leg strong quite quickly. If you want to get even more leverage into that, of course you can use a heavier load, or you can do the standing version of this. So that is going to look like more of a high lunge type of situation. And then dumbbell wise, engagement wise, so engaging the glute, posterior pelvic tilt as much as we can. It's going to look the same, but it's just more leverage because you can more aggressively kick into the floor from a standing position. And then dumbbell movements are going to be the same. But what you're going to find is quite quickly, that's going to get you into a level of hip extension that you can't really achieve just by leveraging the leg on its own. That overhead reach is going to kind of stretch from both ends. And you're going to have to be strong in that position as well, so it's active range rather than passive, which is great for you. Really hope that helps, and give it a go.